Hello viewers, and it's book review time, and today I'm showing you a book to do with gothic romantic suspense. Now this is a good one for Halloween. The name of the book is Highcrag, and it's by Rosemary Gemmell. And it's a lovely book cover, isn't it? Okay, right, well, I will now get on to reading the book review. Okay, we'll start now. Book review by Pauline Reid. The name of the book, Highcrag, and it's by Rosemary Gemmell. The genre is it's a gothic romantic suspense. What this book is about. Welcome to Highcrag, I say as I shake your hand, where Kate was given the job of cataloguing books on computer in a personal library. But not just any library. This is a library with a difference. Fresh from England, Kate applied for a job at a private library on the east coast of Scotland. Kate was drawn towards the area due to her ancestors being brought up there. When Kate was shown to her bedroom, she was intrigued by the four-poster bed, luckily with no curtains, otherwise she would feel closed in, but there was something else in this room, a painting of a man. Yes, the luring kind. Kate was certainly drawn to it. Turns out he was called Reid, an 18th century ancestor to the man of the house. On a walk nearby, she discovered while at the cliff tops a little cove that she would like to visit one day, but as she turned by to go back home, in the distance was a man on a black horse. Then she meets her employer, Lyle, the man of the house who doesn't live in the house. So what of this cove that Kate finds? Some telltale signs has her more intrigued to find out more of what goes on. So what of Lyle, the man of the manor, with his frequent visits? So what of this old ancient place called Highcrag that Kate finds drawn to, doesn't want to leave, and then wants to leave? Will she find out what sinister deeds have taken place centuries ago? And Niall's brother that employed her, is he a genuine man? Or is there something more about him than meets the eye? My thoughts on this book. There is one thing in reading Highcrag that I won't forget. Kate with a C. Catriona. Kate for short. The book Highcrag is very entrancing. It lures you, but not like the rake painting. Rosemary's writing keeps you guessing what's next. So fascinating that I'm just so curious as to what's going on. Yes, it does take a lot to hold my entire attention to some books. But when it does, I know the author has done a good job, and Rosemary Gemmell is one of those. To me, this had a personal connection because it reminded me of going back to Dunedin, my own hometown, rich and wrapped in Scottish heritage. After all, Dunedin's sister town is Edinburgh. Back to the book though. I was kept hungry with certain foods mentioned in the book. Mrs. McCluskey, the housekeeper and cook, cooked up some delicious meals. For example, potato leek soup, scones and strawberry jam. I had a walk down the alleyway of where the Outlander series was filmed. I haven't seen the series, but I have the books. Considering Kate was cataloguing a personal library, what more can you want than to read names of books and authors that you recognise maybe from your youth? During my whole read of the book, I had my suspicions on Lyle's brother and caught myself being so wrapped up in the book that I nodded with acknowledgement that I knew what this dirty little rascal was up to. Yes, I did say it out loud. Actually, I talked to this book a lot. I was so invested in what Kate was seeing. What comes to mind is a scene where Kate's car breaks down. Now there's a teaser for you. Okay, recommendation. Well, I gave this book 5 stars, and the book comes highly recommended by me and would suit anyone into Scottish traditions, Scottish food, and anyone interested in knowing about Halloween and Scottish traditions. Yeah, it's a really good read. And on that note, I will now show you actually the book cover itself, but as well as the book cover, I have actually got a quote here as well. So that's the book review page, but also I put a book quote of the cooks. What does it say here? And Mrs. McCluskey was delighted to have an excuse to make her delicious scones. And actually, those are my scones that I baked. And I've been baking scones for since I've been about 12 years old maybe. And these are just plain scones. And I decided to make them square. I make them all sorts of shapes. I've done triangles and circles, and also I not only make plain scones, but I make sultana scones and cheese scones, and I've actually was suggested by my husband to make cheese and sultana scones at one stage, and I thought, oh yuck, cheese and sultana scones. But actually, they tasted quite nice, so, you know, I'm glad I made them, really. But anyway, that's the book review, and that's for me. That's it for me. So see you next time. Bye.